Hello, viewers. You are welcome to the Gifty O Conversations once again. We bring you amazing conversations all the time, and today we promise it will be no different. Today we have one of the most bold, outgoing women that I have ever met. Her name is Davidetta. So we have Davidetta with us today, and she's going to tell us about her wonderful experience. She's currently in Ghana, but she is not Ghanaian. She is Liberian, and I met her a year ago, and she has been amazing. So I am counting on the fact that she's going to be amazing here today, so that you would love her as much as I do. Hi, you are welcome, Davidetta.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here today. Thank you.
It's good to have you here. You are one of the people I look up to when it comes to fashion. Your fashion sense is like crazy. And I've been learning a thing or two from you, so please keep it up.
Thank you. I'm excited to hear that. Thank you.
All right, so please tell us where you are from, how you came to be in Ghana, what brought you here?
Okay, so like you said earlier, I'm from Liberia. So I'm Liberian, and I actually completed my undergrad studies in late 2020 with ESW in social work. So I actually wanted to do clinical social work.
Okay.
And graduate studies, but Liberia, there was no institution offering that. So I for institution outside the country. So I actually applied to two universities. One is in Nairobi and one is in Ghana, but Ghana was my so when I said, I was so excited because Ghana is closer to home and it's just easier for me, especially in West Africa. So I was like, okay, I think any country in West Africa is my country. So I'm excited for Ghana. So yeah, so I came to Ghana and yeah, I'm now in Legon, final year, MPhil student. Yeah.
Wow. So you are doing the clinical psychology in Legon now?
Okay, so Legon is actually not offering clinical social work.
Okay.
So I'm actually doing social work, just MPhil.
Okay.
Research base.
Okay.
So it also gives you the basis if you want to do your clinical social work. So you have added advantage. And if you try to get into policy, like improving policy, making policy, or even community development, so it's actually effective as well. So let me just go for it because I think it will actually equip me to even pursue my career in the clinical social work aspect.
Okay, so why social work? Why social work?
I normally get that question. People ask me why social work. So social work because for me, I like to interact with people. And one of my things is I actually like to help. So it might not be financially, but maybe just having a conversation, just interacting with people, just giving my own experience. And why growing up, I was actually the type that I actually used to advise. So maybe someone come to me with problem, I would be like, okay, I think you should do this, you should do that. And people always compliment me like, I think you should be a counselor.
Wow.
So why can't, so like, okay, I think I should enter into a helping profession. But my thing was, I didn't want to be a doctor. I didn't want to be a nurse. So I actually looked for where my passion was directing me to. So I decided to look more into social work. And because social work is diverse, so you can work in a school, you can work in a hospital, in the community, and you can serve as advocates. So I was like, okay, I think this is my field because I like to work in diverse areas. I don't like to be working a specific, area or so. So I was like, okay, let me go for social work. Yeah. So that has been my motivation to enter into social work.
Yeah. And how are you finding it so far? The studies in Legon.
Well, it's nice. I'm not doing I'm not writing my thesis. So it's a bit challenging, like we all know thesis. So it's actually fun. It's actually okay. It has actually been great over the years. So yeah, it's just some bit of challenges when it comes to writing thesis, but yeah, fine.
That's good to hear. Let me go back to before you actually came to Ghana. What was your perception about Ghana before you came? And was it different when you came?
Okay, yes. So before coming to Ghana, I remember telling few of my friends that, I will actually be going to Ghana to actually enroll at the university, and people are like, Ghana, you know that Ghanaians, they are selfish, they only like their own. And I was like, well,
No.
I was like, well, and for me, I'm not a person that base perception on what people say. I like to experience things for myself. So I was like, I think so. Even if it's just one person, you cannot put everyone in that category to say, okay, this person or these people, they are this way. So I was like, okay. But it didn't move me anyway, because I'm now in Ghana. So I was not moved by it. And I just I will go for what I want. So that was the perception I had before coming to Ghana. Yeah.
And when you came, did you see any difference?
Oh yeah. So even from the airport, when I got to the airport and I met some friendly immigration officer, we chatted. The first person I interacted with, she was a Ghanaian, and we had a great time. We are still friends. And I have my best friend. We actually went to school together in Liberia. She's a Ghanaian.
Oh.
Some wonderful people in Ghana. So I even have you. So I have people in Ghana. So I cannot I think that saying was more based on maybe one person experience, because sometimes, and I even tell people, even in places that you feel is the most friendly country, you might also find someone that is not friendly, but you cannot just conclude that maybe the whole country is not friendly. So yeah, it has been great.
Wow. So the next thing I want to know is, even though you are telling us nice things about Ghana and Ghanaians, what are some of the challenges that you have faced living in Ghana as a foreigner?
So one of the challenge is the language. So the language, yeah. So most time is difficult, even if you get to the market, and just by even talking, people know that, okay, this person is not a Ghanaian.
Yes.
So if you are not careful, sometimes people will just people get angry with you, because I think it's based on what people hear from maybe from social media, or what they read from social media. So foreigners come to the country to maybe make things expensive for them, or maybe foreigners come to spoil the country. So based on that, some people are just angry with you. Like, some people see you and they tell you that, why can't you go to your country? You guys, you're the one making our country hard. So most time when people tell me that, I actually get into conversation with them, like to explain to them that, okay, this is this, and I don't think this is. And most of the time, at the end of the conversation, I actually see where I'm coming from. It's not like, foreigners come. Yes, even though some of the foreigners come, maybe they do what they have to do. They have certain impression on the people that they interact with, but so far it's just the name calling foreigners. You guys, you are making things expensive, and so far.
Wow.
These are just
Yeah. I know, I can tell that you are having a very good time in Ghana because you have a business in Ghana, right?
yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes. So tell us a bit about your business.
Okay. So my business name is Yas Freak.
Mm-hmm.
The Yas Freak is my name is Yasa, so it's a native name, and then
Oh.
the Freak stand for like African or Africa, so it's just like that name, Yas Freak. And I actually started this business based on compliments. So
Mm.
normally when even before starting the business, normally when I wear African clothing, people would tell me, "Oh, it just looks so nice on you." So I was like, okay, since I'm always getting compliments, why can't I just make money out of this thing? Why can I why can't I
Yeah.
just get into this? And yeah, so I got encouraged. I took few lessons and I'm still learning. And I have few people here in Ghana. Sometimes when I don't have the time, I have few designers that I work with. So they help me. But right now we are actually running an online business strictly. So it's purely online. Yeah. So yeah, but we are into different type of clothing, but we are mainly into African because I felt back few years back, people were not actually proud to wear African clothing because some people felt like maybe European style or American style was more, yeah. But over the years, now, like present days, you see a lot of people want to get into African clothing. A lot of people want to show off their identity. And it's so fun because even me, like everywhere I go, I wear Yas Freak. So people
Yeah.
be like, okay. So when people ask me, what do you do? I just say, look at me and tell me. And they say, okay, I know you are a fashion designer. So yeah.
You know, when I met you last year, your
Yeah.
clothes were so nice. I remember complimenting you on that, and you told me that you sold that yourself, and I was really surprised. And I had
Yeah.
the privilege of being your photographer for like 5 minutes. Yeah, your clothes are really, really beautiful. So you didn't have that skill when you were in Liberia. It was here that you came to learn from. Is that right?
Oh no, it actually started in Liberia
Mm-hmm.
and hence in Ghana
Mm-hmm.
and then Ghana.
Mm-hmm.
So in one, like I actually came to Ghana before even starting the graduate studies here at University of Ghana. So I came to Ghana and then I started the brand. So it actually started back home, but I can say that it took root in Ghana. So it got like more effective when I came to Ghana. Yeah.
So you see why the Ghanaians are saying that the foreigners are taking their jobs. One question I have always wanted to ask you is that, is your husband Ghanaian or Liberian?
Oh, my husband is a Liberian.
Oh, okay, okay. I wanted to ask because he looks so much like a Ghanaian.
That's most of the time. And
Yeah.
even when people like your husband is a Ghanaian. So I remember asking someone the last time, why do you think my husband is a Ghanaian? This person, it's not like they are saying my husband picture or anything. And the person said, okay, you look so nice, you look healthy. So your husband is a Ghanaian because he cannot just be a foreigner and you are just looking healthy and enjoy our like, please. I like, no, 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 no. Don't think that way. But he's a Liberian. He's a Liberian.
Okay. Davidetta, I want to show you something, okay? So let me know if you see it on my screen.
Okay. Okay.
Do you see this?
Yes.
Your style is so, I don't know what to say. I love your style. You are just bold, and the way you match your colors. Please tell us what inspired this look.
inspire this look?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm not really big on maybe having this preconceived mind, like when I'm getting into whatever I want to design, I really don't have something set up. So what I do is maybe when I get to the market and I see something that I really like, I think it's just normal. Like for me, it's just normal. Once I see something and I believe that okay, maybe this thing will look so nice on me or it will look so nice on a client, and then I just go for it. So yeah. So I think because I have been playing with colors over the years, so I know exactly like what blends with what, and I go for it. Yeah. But
Wow.
nothing to say. I'm not even somebody that actually come out to play, like, to make a whole plan to say, okay, I will go with this. No, I think it just happened naturally. So yeah, that's what I can say.
When you are sewing things for your clients, you usually go to the market to get your own cloth, right? How do you interact with the market women? Because you don't speak the local language.
Whatever I do, I have to interact with them. So I go to the market, and if you tell me, okay, this thing is 50 cedis, I tell you, madam, please, I don't have money. I don't have 50 cedis for this. So some will tell you, okay, that's the price, because I know, because I'm speaking, English, I'm not speaking Tree. So definitely, maybe there will be some increase in the price. So I don't just pay for something immediately. You tell me this is the price. So I try to do my business skill to bargain and then calm down. And then, or sometimes, because I cannot, even if I get there and say, you know that I'm not, I say, like how much?
Yeah.
And you start to be, I cannot understand. So, like, how do I proceed from this era? Like, if I say so,
Yeah.
so I use my, my skills that I have, like to bargain, and I think one of the easier thing is because I have a specific vendor. So I have been buying for years. So we interact. Even sometimes I don't have to go to the market. I just send her what I need, like through her WhatsApp, and then she send me some of the things available. Yeah. So I think because of the relationship that I have with my vendors, it also helps. Yeah.
What advice will you give someone, a Ghanaian, who wants to start a business like yours, or who is into something like sewing clothes, but then is having a difficult time?
Well, what I would actually advise is know your target population, like know who you are, you are offering the service to, and know what you are doing. So it's not just about getting into the business, but what are you actually offering? So even if you are just making tops, like you should do it so that it can be appealing. So nowadays, people, they have to see you wearing your own design, so people feel comfortable that they can trust you. Like, okay, if this person is wearing their own design, I'm confident that I can wear it as well. I think it's just your target population and not being competition, because the market is so large. There are a lot of fashion design, so you just have to be authentic, be yourself. There's no competition, and know who are your target population to serve.
Thank you so much. I know you are someone who is into Pan-Africanism. You like it when you meet different people from Africa. I think I saw on your status one time, were you in Nairobi?
Yeah.
Yes. So you travel and you meet different Africans. What do you think are some of the challenges that we as Africans face?
Okay, so I normally tell people that we have similar issues as Africans. We have, when it comes starting from leadership, comes to the way we live, the way we interact. I think one of the issue I see is young people not really taking the lead in their own development. I think most of the time we wait on government and we don't actually do the work we are supposed to do. So take for instance, I went to the DRC Congo last year, and then that area, the population is so large with a lot of young people. And you see, most time, even if you listen to the radio, people will tell you, okay, the government is not working. And we all know in Africa, like the leadership is something that we are still struggling with.
Yeah.
So when people actually complain about leadership, I ask myself, like, as a person, what are you doing in your community? Like, what are some of the initiatives that you are undertaking? So I know it's not going to be 100%, but I just think and feel that young people should engage actively when it comes to development, even if it have to be maybe just awareness or something. Let's just do something in Africa. And I think after few years from now, when we are doing that, we'll see improvement in the continent. Yeah.
Let's talk about immigration issues, because you've been traveling to different African countries. What is the procedure like? Do you think it is smooth as Africans? And do you think it's even fair that as a Ghanaian traveling to Liberia or South Africa, I would actually need a visa and the hassle at airports? What is your opinion about that situation?
Okay, so before we get to the immigration, one of the challenges is even the prices of tickets to even travel in Africa is way expensive. Because I can remember just last year I went to Lagos. From Accra to Lagos, I paid like $600 for tickets round trip. And that is just 45 minutes flight. Imagine that. So, and I spoke with a few of my friends that are in East Africa. They tell me that ticket is a bit cheaper in East Africa. When you are traveling from one East African country to another, is cheaper compared to West Africa. So, West Africa is a bit expensive. I think because I haven't really done much research on why it's like that, but I hope to do so. And when it comes to the immigration, for West Africa, when you are traveling in West African state, I don't think you need the visa.
The visa, yes.
So when I was coming to Ghana, I didn't pay for visa. I was just given the permit, which is 3 months after you renew the permit or so. But people that live from other areas, like when I was going to Nairobi and the DRC Congo, I had to pay for visa. So it was around, I think it was $150 for visa. Then I think it's expensive because I feel like, okay, we are Africans, and what's the issue of paying all that money to immigration or all that money for visa? So I really don't know, but people tell me that, okay, I think because that's how it's like. But I think we have to evaluate what's the issue. Why are we actually paying all this money for? Because for me, it really don't make sense to me why we pay all that money, especially as Africans. Because I don't think in Europe people pay all that money to travel. Once you are from a European country, I don't think you pay all that money for visa. And because even if you are paying for a visa from here to go to the United States, I think it's $140 or $150 or $160. So if I have to pay that money to travel all the way Europe, and I'm paying the same money to travel with in Africa for a visa, like where are we heading to? So it's way expensive. It's actually expensive.
Yeah, I am not sure about the exact amounts that are paid. So I cannot talk much about the exact amounts that are paid. But I know that there are several European countries. If you have a passport from an European country, it's easier to come to an African country than traveling from one African country to another, which I think is really not fair. So as you said, it's important that we reevaluate our immigrations. Yes, yes. If you are given the chance to stay in Ghana after your studies, would you take it, or you want to go back to Liberia?
Charlie, I'm already staying in Ghana.
You are welcome. You are welcome. We will just accept you.
But to be honest, for me, I don't know. I feel like I said, Ghana is closer to Liberia, and you even meet a lot of Liberians here in Ghana. So I really don't see. And most time, people even see me and they call me Ewe. So most time, people don't even know I'm a.
It's actually true.
They see me and they say, "Oh, hey, you are Ewe. What's your Ewe name?" And sometimes I want to lie and say I'm Ewe, but I don't know how to speak the language. So you have to teach me. Like, I have to learn how to speak the tree, honestly. Because if I learn how to speak the tree.
It's a shame. I am Ghanaian. It's only tree I can speak. I can't even teach you Ewe if you want to learn.
Learn how to speak the tree. So not even the Ewe. So let me just learn the tree. So even my best friend, I think because when we are together, we speak the Liberian English. So she doesn't want to speak the tree to me. So even when I tell her, oh, when you come around, speak the tree, she's like, I beg, leave me. What? But I have to learn it. I have to learn it because I'm having a lot of interactions, even with clients. Sometimes clients call you on WhatsApp or even Instagram. And most time you have to tell the person, oh no, I'm not a Ghanaian. And sometimes people don't really trust, like maybe as a foreigner doing business online to just trust you with their money. And so sometimes people don't even come back. They don't even show up. So sometimes I feel sad, like I have to learn the tree because I'm into with
yeah,
Ghanaians.
that's something I actually didn't think of, because I would also, it's easy for me to feel the same if I call someone on business and the language does not sound like Ghanaian. I would think twice before coming back. Yeah. One last question before I let you go. We are running out of time and I'm loving this conversation. Your personality is bold. You are out there. What have you ever experienced the situation where someone contacts you, like at first contact, they feel that you are someone else, or they misjudge you because of how you appear or how bold you are? Have you experienced that thing?
Oh yeah, several occasions. So let me just explain when I came to Ghana. So when I came after I actually did my haircut, that I have colors in it. So I remember this day I got into an Uber, and that day I was actually rushing for class. I didn't wear my ring. So when I got into the Uber, the guy saw me from the window and he was like, why why you actually cut your hair and why did you do this? So I was like, do you have a problem with it? And he was like, I don't think any man will actually get married to you, because why were you even dressed like this?
Wow.
I was so amazed, and I actually wanted to know his point of view. So just one instance. So for me, I really don't feel intimidated, or I don't feel angry when people really don't understand me. I feel after we have had conversation, then they get to understand, okay, this is who Davidetta is. She's not this person. But when I'm going among people that I really don't know how the perception is going to be, I actually behave a certain way because I have to. I cannot just. So one of my profession, I have to have cultural sensitivity towards other people. Some people, you cannot step into the place with a cut hair, spray this way. So I have to respect. And if you see me and you feel a certain way and tell me that, okay, I don't appreciate you maybe coming to my event, or I don't appreciate you like doing this or so. Like, I respect you, because I feel it's necessary to just respect each other. And after the impression, most time people will tell me, oh, at first I thought maybe you were this harsh person and I really don't understand. You are actually nice. And I'll be like, okay, I'm glad that maybe you understand. But yeah, but I don't get angry when people misjudge me. I just allow time to actually answer your question and prove me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because I've had the opportunity to interact with you, talk to you on WhatsApp, and you are a really cool person. But the very first impression I had when I saw you, I was like, this woman must be something else. But you are a really cool person.
And you are not the only person. So I can remember before going to that occasion, I actually asked the host. So I asked them, I was like, okay, I have a cut hair. It is spray. Is it okay that I come with it? And they told me, okay, no, you can be yourself. Like, it's an occasion that we even want people to be themselves. You don't have to like present yourself as if to say, you are not. So okay, let me just go and be myself. And I know it was not just you, some people, and because you already know during the occasion, apart from the cut hair, I like to talk. So
yeah.
when I talk, people like, oh, this girl, she's very harsh. Well, yeah.
Davidetta, thank you so much for making the time for this conversation. I loved this conversation. And I now know that your local name is Yasa, right? Yes. Am I allowed to call you that?
So that's I have another one. Another one is Faba. So I have like 3 local names. I have Yasa, I have Faba, I have Zilo. So the Zilo is to be patient. That's the name of. And the Vaba is hard time. So like combined together is you should be patient during difficult times. So like patient during difficult times. So yeah, you can be free to call any one of the names.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time, and thank you for sharing your experience. And we are glad that you love Ghana and would want to stay with us.
Guys, you will see me for a long time. I'm here.
Thank you so much for joining us. All right, bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button, like the video, and click the notification bell to be notified of our next video. Until then, please make sure you have at least one good conversation this week.